Hi, I'm Colonel Cullen Jones, 65th Commander of the New Orleans District, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. And today we're here in Dulac, Louisiana, in Terrebonne Parish, celebrating the groundbreaking for the Houma Navigation Canal lock complex. I'm excited to be joined by our Senior Project Manager for Morganza of the Gulf, Ms. Lacey Shaw. And we were joined here today by our non-federal sponsors, both the Coastal Protection Restoration Authority and the Terrebonne Levee and Conservation District, alongside the Governor of Louisiana, to celebrate this critical milestone for the Houma Navigation Canal. Now, the Houma Navigation Canal lock complex is a critical component of the Morganza to the Gulf hurricane and storm damage risk reduction system. It is a 98-mile alignment of levees, floodgates, and structures which will ultimately reduce risk for the 200,000 residents and businesses here in Terrebonne and Lafourche parishes. What's also amazing to consider is that the lock complex is going to hit three major purposes. Once it's completed and operated by the Corps of Engineers, it's going to provide a critical linkage between the Gulf Intercoastal Waterway, our nation's #3 inland waterway, and the Gulf of Mexico here in Houma. It's going to reduce flood risk for the area in South Terrebonne, and it's also going to provide a saltwater intrusion barrier to protect wetlands and natural areas. So Lacey, this is a massive team effort that's got us here today. Working alongside the Coastal Protection Restoration Authority and the Terrebonne and Levee and Conservation District, we were able to get to a point where we are breaking ground and getting to construction over the next 3 years on this critical component. So on the ground, working with the project delivery team and the non-federal sponsors, can you talk to our viewers about the critical components that have got us here to this successful milestone?
Well, thank you, Colonel. Yes, when you think about the partnership, it started a long time ago. So this partnership started back in 1992 when we started the study of the whole project. So fast forward to today, and why we are here now is that partnership that's helped us expedite some of these construction projects, such as the Houma Navigation Canal Lock Complex, because the federal government was able to get involved financially back in 2021 when we got our first appropriation for construction. So the state and the locals, through CPRA and the Terrebonne Levee and Conservation District, worked hard to expedite those projects that were yet to start. And this is one example of that. The Houma Navigation Lock Complex started several years ago, and the design was led off by CPRA. The Terrebonne Levee and Conservation District was with them all the way. The Corps of Engineers was there as technical advisors. We were with them, giving them reviews and technical advice and coordinating many of the investigations that we've done. So it's been kind of lock, stock, hand in hand getting this project through to where it is today. So they have expedited this as in-kind work. So although they are constructing it, this will 100% be built to Corps standards. We've gone through the same reviews, the same robust standards that any federal Corps project has to go through. Our state and local partners have gone through those exercises as well. So we know when this project is complete and when the Corps of Engineers gets ready to operate, it has that stamp of approval that this is a federal project that will last for generations to come.
No, absolutely outstanding, Lacey. It's amazing to think about that lockstep, shoulder-to-shoulder effort together will ultimately result in a project that's going to improve the efficiency of navigation for the shipyard industry, which is the backbone of Terrebonne's economy. And more importantly, when it's finally complete, it's going to enable the maritime industry here in South Louisiana to compete globally for decades to come. And this is just an amazing milestone that we're celebrating today for the Houma Navigation Canal Lock Complex, but across the Morganza of the Gulf project, we are moving out in an innovative fashion to deliver at the speed of relevancy. Just recently, we awarded the first phase of Reach A here in Terrebonne Parish, a previously unconstructed gap in the system. We're excited to get that on the ground as quickly as possible. And with that, we continue to build upon the amazing work that the locals and states have done here. In addition to the lock complex that they're starting to break ground on here, they've also constructed over 80 miles of levees and associated structures to reduce risk for their fellow residents. And with federal investment to the tune of $469 million, we are moving out with not only awarding Reach A, but also executing over 14 designs currently, so we are poised for construction in the future. So this project is a priority here in South Louisiana. It's a priority for the Corps, and we are excited to get those funds to construction as quickly as possible. And as such, we are excited to work alongside our non-federal sponsors and the local residents to reduce risk here in South Louisiana. So from the New Orleans District, this is Lacey Shaw and Colonel Cullen Jones, SEON's Building Strong.